4 steps to strengthening your mindset. Number 1, ask. What are your limiting beliefs? Where did they come from? And why are you continuing to live by them? My mom, son, I don't know about this entrepreneurial thing. You need to get a real job. A real job. I said, Mom, what's a real job? Security, benefits, longevity, security. I said, oh, you mean like Dad and you had GM and Ford and all 3 of them crashed? My mom told me, son, you need to get a real job. You need some security. I said, like Ford Motor Company that crashed and let go thousands of his workers, like that type of security. Like GM that let Dad go a year before he was supposed to get his pension. Like that kind of security? That's kind of security you talking about, Mom? I'd rather be my security. I would rather, if I'm going to put my entire life on somebody, I'd rather bank on myself than bank on another institution. I'm sorry. So Ma, I love you. You want to talk about raising kids? Great, let's talk about raising kids. But you don't know about entrepreneurship, so let's not have that talk. And everything I was taught about working a job, I had to get that out of my mind, except that getting a coach will accelerate your learning curve. We blessed, right? You guys are blessed with Dean. You're blessed. Whoever he tells you, whatever he tells you to do. Can you do me a favor? Here's what I hate. I hate when I coach somebody. Like I've had a friend, right? And he was like, E.T., I'm putting a basketball court up in the backyard. How should I do it? I said, don't put a basketball court in your backyard. Don't do that. So he did it anyway and it got messed up. He was like, E, how do I fix the basketball court in my backyard that you told me not to put up? What? Say it again. How do I fix the basketball court in the backyard that you told me not to put up in the first place? That's what some of you do. You have coaching, but you're not doing what the coaches tell you. Just do what they tell you to do, how they tell you to do it, when they tell you to do it, and everything is going to work itself out. Identify why you're fit, what makes you a talent, and we talked about that. Who are you? Once you know who you are, then now you know who your clients are. Your clients are those people who have exactly what you have and they're not using it. Or they're the opposite and they'll never have those gifts and you're going to support them by giving them those gifts, right? Give yourself permission to be, to do, and get everything you're capable of with no limitations. Come on, with no limitations. I'll never forget when I went to the bank, and I told the lady, we're moving to Cali with my wife's chronic illness. Just the code doesn't work for us, so we're gonna move to California in the winter. We're gonna stay in California in the winter. The lady at the bank said to me, well, how much are you selling a house for in Michigan? I said, we're not selling a house. She said, well, how are you moving to California? I said, what does my house in Michigan have to do with my house in California? There's a lot of people who are, right? And then when I told my friends I was moving to California, everybody, the taxes. The taxes, how you gonna pay the tax? The gas is $3 more, the gas. I said, well, millions of people living there, they getting gas. Somebody got money for gas. Somebody can pay for tax. Like somebody live there. I know friends of mine who are not multimillionaires, they live in California. It can't be that bad. People are always going to put their limit on you first when you tell them your dreams. Stop it. Why are you trying to tell somebody your dreams is tearing down? Why are you explaining to somebody about this course? Why are you talking to them about this course and what you're getting from this course? If they want to learn it, tell them to sign up and join it. You have people giving you insight about a course that they know nothing about, that they've never been in. They telling you about a course they never experienced. Girl, if I were you, you're not. Girl, if I was you, I would. You know how they do the head. Girl, if I was you, I promise you I wouldn't do that. I don't know why you doing that, because I'm not you. So of course you wouldn't do it. That's why I'm doing it, so that I won't be exactly where I am today, a year from today, or 2 years from today. Do you understand I made a conscientious decision to do that with my daughter, to take that trip, to take this trip, to fly back. Do you understand that I didn't just do it because I love you and care for you? That I didn't just do it because I know I'm gifted at this and I'm about to inspire and encourage you. I also did it because this is going to be a blessing to my babies. This is going to be a blessing to my grandbabies that are not alive. I'm doing something today that I knew. Do you think I would fly here if I didn't think it was mutually beneficial? You think I would have just showed up in this place? You go back and look at Eric Thomas stuff, and you look at how often I speak in places. Go back and look. I'm not that guy. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the dude that does 150 gigs. I don't do that. I'm rare. You don't see you don't go to my page and see a whole bunch of conferences and Eric Thomas just floating around speaking to everybody. I don't do that. I'm very selective. If I'm going to speak somewhere, I know when I show up, I'm going to be a blessing. I have to know that where I'm going, it's going to be a blessing as well. You have people that are not blessing you, talking to you about a blessing that's blessing you. That don't even make sense. You got people talking to you about a program that's going to set you up for the rest of your life. But you're letting somebody tell you, can you stop waiting for other humans to give you permission and just take permission yourself? Can you stop getting other people to co-sign your life and your dream? Why you always got to have somebody co-sign what you know is right in your heart? Why your boss got to say yes too? You don't need two yeses from you and one from your boss. This ain't your boss life. This ain't your supervisor's life. This ain't your spouse's life. This is your life. I still got a calling. I still got a gift that I want to use. I'm not ready to put my gift on the shelf right now. I'm not ready. Will I back down? Yeah. I'm not doing 75% of what I used to do. But it's something about waking up and knowing that I want it. It's something about waking up and knowing I got to be in Arizona. It's something about waking up knowing that there's going to be an audience that's waiting for me. It's something about walking in my gift. It's something about knowing what my DOT is. It's something about knowing who my heart is. It's something about showing up and being a blessing. Not just about the money. You guys are about to be a blessing to so many people. You're about to be a blessing to so many people. You're about to be a blessing to say it with me. I am a blessing. Yeah, come on. I am a blessing. Come on. I am a blessing to some woman that's hurting. I am a blessing to some kid that want to take his life. My program is going to stop somebody from committing suicide. My program is going to stop somebody from giving up. My program is going to change somebody's life. My program is going to bless a family. My program is going to make America a better place. My program is going to make a difference. Come on. My program is going to make a difference. My program is going to change somebody's life. My program is going to make a difference in this world. My program is going to make my spouse look at me different. My children look at me different. When a commercial comes on and my daughter sees the commercial, she says, at 24, that's my daddy. When a commercial comes on, my grandma called me and say, is that my grandson? When my commercial comes on, my auntie called me. I know that voice. I know that's my nephew. I know it's gonna make my grandma happy when I walk in my purse. My mama walks around. My mama just had on my t-shirt at the San Diego airport. She walked in with the t-shirt that said "Just Believe" with her baby logo on it. And the guy said to me, "Hey lady, you follow E.T. too?" He helped me get through a divorce. What did he do for you? She said, "That's my son. That's my firstborn. That's my son. That's my only son. That's my baby." You're going to make your mama proud in this program. You're going to make your son and your daughter proud of you with this program. And then more importantly, if you're not careful, they're going to come behind you. I walked across the stage, Breslin, Michigan State University. My son walked across the same stage with a 4-year degree. My baby girl walked across the stage, and in May, she'll walk across it again with a master's degree in social work. Doing what? Helping people. Why? Because her daddy helps people.